Welcome to Hollywood Star Celebrity. Get ready to see how your favorite pop icons from the 80s and 90s look in 2025. Some may surprise you. Terence Trent D'Arby. Terence Trent D'Arby, born March 15, 1962, is now 63 years old and remains one of the most unforgettable voices of the late 80s. With his smoldering looks, wild curls, and a sound that blended soul, funk, and rock, he shot to fame with hits like Wishing Well and Sign Your Name. Back then, he was often compared to Prince for both his style and swagger. Today, he goes by the name Sananda Mehrotra and has embraced a more low-key, introspective lifestyle, focusing on independent music releases. While he's primarily known for his music, D'Arby has made a few brief appearances in film and TV, just 3 in total, keeping most of his spotlight on the stage rather than the screen. Adamant, born November 3, 1954, is now 70 years old and was one of the most iconic faces of the early 80s new wave scene. With his striking makeup, military jackets, and high-energy performances, he became a pop culture standout with hits like Goody Two Shoes and Stand and Deliver. Today, he sports a more understated look, but still performs live and maintains a loyal fan base. Over the years, Adam Ant has appeared in around 20 films and TV shows, showing off his talents beyond the stage. Nick Carter, born January 28, 1980, is now 45 years old and rose to fame in the 90s as the youngest member of the Backstreet Boys. With his blonde hair, boyish charm, and heartthrob status, he quickly became a teen idol. Today, he still performs with the group, now sporting a more mature look, but keeping that signature charisma. Over the years, Nick has appeared in over 30 movies and TV shows, including reality series and guest roles, showing his versatility beyond music. Daryl Hall, born October 11, 1946, is now 78 years old and best known as one half of the legendary duo Hall & Oates. In the 80s, he was instantly recognizable with his blonde mane, cool confidence, and smooth vocals on hits like Man-Eater and You Make My Dreams. These days, Daryl still performs and hosts his own music show, Live from Daryl's House, sporting a more laid-back look, but the same unmistakable voice. Though primarily a music icon, he's appeared in about a dozen TV shows and films, mostly as himself, keeping the spotlight where it's always been, on the music. Kevin Richardson, born October 3, 1971, is now 53 years old and rose to fame in the 90s as the oldest member of the Backstreet Boys. Known for his tall frame, dark good looks, and serious, smoldering presence, he was the quiet heartthrob of the group. Today, Kevin still performs with the band, aging gracefully and keeping that signature cool. Over the years, he has appeared in around 10 movies and TV shows, including guest roles and voice work, but music has always remained his main stage. Nick Rhodes, born June 8, 1962, is now 63 years old and famously known as the stylish keyboardist of Duran Duran. In the 80s, he stood out with his glam fashion, eyeliner, and perfectly coiffed hair, an image that helped define the band's sleek, new wave aesthetic. Today, Nick still plays with Duran Duran, maintaining his sharp style and creative spark. While his focus has always been on music, he's appeared in about a dozen films and TV shows, mostly in documentaries and music-related features. John Taylor, born June 20, 1960, is now 64 years old and was the effortlessly cool bassist of Duran Duran. Back in the 80s, he was known for his sharp cheekbones, tousled hair, and heartthrob status, capturing the attention of fans worldwide. Today, he's still rocking stages with Duran Duran, sporting a more refined look, but the same magnetic energy. Over the years, John has appeared in around 15 movies and TV shows, including music documentaries and a few acting roles, proving his talents go beyond the bass guitar. Chris Isaak, born on June 26, 1956, is now 68 years old and still turning heads with his signature rockabilly charm. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Isaak was best known for his haunting hit, Wicked Game, and his smoldering, retro-cool look. Think slicked back hair and dreamy eyes that lit up both MTV and magazine covers. These days, he's gracefully aged into a silver fox, still performing and keeping that suave style alive. Beyond music, Isaak has appeared in over 20 films and TV shows, including his own quirky comedy series, The Chris Isaak Show, proving his talents go far beyond the stage. Robbie Nevil. Robbie Nevil, born on October 2, 1958, is now 66 years old and still closely tied to the smooth, funky vibe that made him a pop standout in the 80s. He burst onto the scene with his infectious hit, C'est la vie, in 1986, rocking a laid-back look with tousled hair and an effortlessly cool attitude. While he's no longer in the spotlight as a performer, Nevil transitioned behind the scenes as a successful songwriter and producer. Though he hasn't racked up many on-screen credits, appearing in just a handful of music-related TV specials, his impact on pop music remains undeniable. Peter Cetera. Peter Cetera, born on September 13, 1944, is now 80 years old and remains a beloved voice of soft rock and power ballads. As the former frontman of Chicago and later a successful solo artist, Cetera was known in the 80s and 90s for his silky tenor voice and clean-cut, all-American look, often seen behind a bass guitar or at the piano. These days, he stepped away from the spotlight, living a quieter life, but his music still resonates with fans across generations. While primarily known for his music, Cetera has made a few on-screen appearances, including in about a dozen music-related TV specials and documentaries over the years. Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney, born on June 18, 1942, is now 82 years old and still a living legend in the world of music. While most people know him as a Beatle, his solo career and work with Wings kept him at the top of the charts well into the 80s and 90s. Back then, he was known for his signature boyish looks, smooth voice, and effortless charm. Today, he's embraced his elder statesman role in music with grace, still performing to sold-out crowds with that same spark. Over the years, McCartney has appeared in more than 50 films and TV shows, from music documentaries to animated cameos, showing just how far his influence reaches. Tony Hadley. Tony Hadley, born on June 2, 1960, is now 65 years old and still known for that powerful, soaring voice that defined the sound of Spandau Ballet in the 80s. Back then, Hadley was the picture of suave sophistication, sharp suits, slicked hair, and a commanding stage presence that helped make hits like True and Gold unforgettable. Today, he continues to perform as a solo artist, with a more relaxed, classic look, but that unmistakable voice hasn't aged a day. While he's primarily stayed focused on music, Hadley has appeared in around 15 films and TV shows, including reality series, music specials, and even a cameo in Reborn in the USA. Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield, born on August 23, 1949, is now 75 years old and still rocking stages with the same energy that made him a pop heartthrob in the 80s. Known for his smash hit, Jesse's Girl, and his role as Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital, Springfield had the looks, chiseled jaw, shaggy hair, and a guitar slung over his shoulder that made fans swoon. These days, he's embraced a more rugged, seasoned style, but hasn't slowed down a bit, continuing to tour and act. Over the years, he's appeared in more than 80 movies and TV shows, proving that his talent extends far beyond the world of pop music. Thomas Anders. Thomas Anders, born on March 1, 1963, is now 62 years old and still charming fans around the world with his smooth voice and polished style. As one half of the iconic 80s duo Modern Talking, he was known for his youthful, romantic look, long dark hair, elegant outfits, and a soft pop sound that made hits like You're My Heart, You're My Soul international sensations. Today, Thomas sports a more refined, mature appearance but continues to perform and record music, keeping that nostalgic spirit alive. While primarily a music star, he has appeared in over 20 TV shows, mostly in Europe, including music programs, talk shows, and reality competitions. Dieter Bohlen. Dieter Bohlen, born on February 7, 1954, is now 71 years old and remains a major figure in the European pop music scene. As the other half of Modern Talking, he was known in the 80s for his blonde mullet, flashy fashion, and sharp songwriting skills that helped craft countless synth-pop hits. Today, Dieter still rocks his signature style, now with a touch of silver, and is best known for his long-running role as a tough-talking judge on shows like Deutschland sucht den Superstar, Germany's version of American Idol. Over the years, he's appeared in more than 40 TV shows and specials, balancing his pop legacy with a prominent presence in German television. If you love this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more legendary transformations, only on Hollywood Star Celebrity.